Wilson, now give me my theme music. Okay, now I'm all out of breath. I gotta shoot this video. Wilson, can you get some water? I'm just messing around. Guys and girls, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the Untechnical Tech channel. Your home for the best infotainment on YouTube. I'm your host, Antoine. Let's take this show on the road, Richardson, because today we're gonna be checking out what I think would be the best, the most ultimate home theater on the go setup, because we have the JBL Charge 5, which is a super duper portable speaker, and the BenQ GS50 portable projector, and the Nebula Capsule 3 laser. Now I wanted to do this video because I feel like the time is coming where people are going to be outdoors a little bit more, whether it's on your back patio, chilling by the pool, or if you got a nice little setup back there, or if you're going camping or something like that, it's warming up so it's not like so cold where you can actually go camping and actually enjoy the experience, or you're just hanging out and outside somewhere and you want to display some content on a big screen so a lot of people can see it. So we're going to talk about some portable projectors and a great combo speaker to put with it, which you already know. I only have one here and I have two projectors. And that's because even though I've done quite a few portable projectors in my day, I feel like these are the best two you could possibly find on the market. Yeah, price is all subjective, but I do believe you get what you pay for with both of these because they are stellar and I use them in my own personal life at home. Now we're gonna start off with the BenQ GS50 here, but before I do, I wanna tell you that both of these are gonna cast out 1080p and they're both really, really bright and great images for the size of these projectors. But going on to the BenQ, what we have here is a boxy square design. It's almost kind of retro with what you get here with this green and this orange and this kind of leatherette you have here as a handle. But on the top here, you'll have a little sensor for your remote that it does come with. And then you'll have some buttons up top, just in case you need to walk over to it and do something. You got your volume up and down. Then you got a Bluetooth connectivity button because this can be used as a Bluetooth speaker, as well as being hooked up to an external Bluetooth speaker. Then you have your power button right there. Now, if you look on the front of it, you'll see under the lens, it says autofocus and auto keystone. That's because they're giving you some really nice features here that make this more of a set it and forget it type of device, which is good for someone who doesn't really know how to manipulate projectors. You just need to set this thing down, turn it on, and start watching your content. Nice that you can have those kind of features in a unit this small and of this kind of price. Now, if you know me, you know I love having different inputs, man. I'm all about these different inputs. Right here, you got an audio out for your 3.5 millimeter. Then you got a USB-C display port. And then you got HDMI. And then you got a USB-A with a 1.5 amp outlet right there. On the sides of the BenQ GS50, you'll see these two little orange hexagons right here. These are little speaker drivers, and you'll see something out there for the back too. That's because this thing has a onboard speaker system that is going to project really, really well. You really don't need to add a speaker to this, but if you're going to be standing far away from it or sitting far away from it and you have this thing casting on a massive screen, you just might want to add that external speaker. But if you're going to be sitting relatively close, you won't need it because you will also be getting some bass out of here too. All right, now watch this. This is really cool. You see that little button right there? Bam, there you go. It's got a built-in kickstand. This way you can kind of tilt it up if you need to, because what I usually do with this is I have like a little side table on my patio set. I just put it out there where I need it to be, and then I kick this little kickstand down, and then you can just kind of push it and retract it to whatever you need it to be as far as getting that thing leveled off, and then you let that auto keystone and auto focus do its job. Now, in the case of the BenQ GS50 and the Nebula Capsule 3 laser, they're both claiming about 2.5 hours worth of battery life. I'm gonna say that the Nebula Capsule 3 laser is actually gonna give you the longest battery life, even though it is not a full 2.5 hours. I say that because, you know, unless you know exactly what you're gonna watch and you go on to Netflix or whatever you're gonna be watching, right, and you go right to it, you can stretch that battery time to about 2 hours and maybe some change, but you can get one full movie out of it if you go directly to what you wanna watch. But if you're kind of indecisive, like me and my wife, we can never decide on what we want to watch. Her, it's always something with Liam Neeson in it. And me, it's always something with maybe some zombies, right? So we kind of, we have to go back and forth. By the time we've done that, we've kind of sucked up, some juice on these things, and then we get maybe an hour and a half. So we end up using like a portable power bank or something to power these things up. But like I said, if you want to extend that battery life to its max, which is going to be roughly maybe just over 2 hours, you definitely need to know what you're going to watch. Plan that out on your phone, and then you can start watching it on the projector. Now let's dig into this Nebula Capsule 3 laser. This is actually my new fave, man. I just like it because it's so ultra portable. Look at this, man. This thing is ultra portable. This right here in my right hand is an insulated cup. This is the projector. You see what I'm talking about here? This could actually fit in a cup holder if your cup holder is wide enough. Usually they're kind of small at the base, but either way, you see what I'm getting at? It's a small projector, so you can pretty much take it anywhere. If you're the kind of guy that wears cargo pants, shove this bad boy in your pants. I don't suggest you wear cargo pants. I think that kind of went out a long time ago, but you still get my point. Now, you may or may not be able to see this clearly, but there is a touch panel on the top of this thing. You got a plus and minus button right here. Then you got a back button right here. And then you have an enter on the center. See what I did there? Enter on the center. And then you got these 4 dots, meaning you have a full directional pad on the top of here. On the back side, you see your infrared sensor, and then you have your mode switch or input switch right here. And then you have your power button, which you'll hold for 2 seconds to get this bad boy fired up. Now the Capsule 3 laser is going to give you a little bit less input because all we have here is an input for USB-C, which is going to give you power, but not like video. You can't do video in the Type-C port right here. You can only do video in the HDMI port right here. And then you've got your aux input right there. Now the Capsule 3 laser does have its own built-in speaker system, and it sounds fantastic as a standalone unit as well. You can use it as a Bluetooth speaker, and the size of it kind of gives you that implication. But as an onboard unit for sound, when you're casting your content on a screen, it works great. But like I said, if you're sitting relatively close to it, you're gonna get some great sound with some nice thick bass in there. But if you're sitting a little bit further away because you're watching it on a big screen, you might want to add an external speaker. And that's where this JBL Charge 5 comes in, because it's not much bigger than the Nebula Capsule 3 laser. You can see that it is an ultra portable Bluetooth speaker that you can palm in one hand, and then you can carry the other unit in the other hand, whether it be the GS50 or the Nebula Capsule. Now, the reason I really like this speaker is because it has a nice dynamic sound. You get nice, rich bass, but it's not overwhelming to the point where the mids and highs get muffled out, especially when you're watching content like movies. You will get voices coming nice and clearly out of this thing right here, but then when you get those bombs or the car racing or and explosions and stuff, you're still gonna get it because JBL has done a significantly great job producing sound out of this little cannon right there. You see that? You see that? Now, to be honest with you, I've never actually compared these two like back to back to see which one was brighter. Being that the Nebula Capsule 3 is a laser projector, I'm expecting it to be just even a little bit brighter than what you would get in the GS50. But I do want you to know that they both have Android TV built in. But even though they both have Android TV built in, the Nebula Capsule 3 is the only one of these two that will actually give you Netflix natively. You have to sideload it into the GS50 if you want to watch some Netflix stuff. Now it's time to let these little movie stars speak for themselves and show and prove on my portable 100-inch projector screen. So we'll go over to the next room and we'll fire both of these up back to back just to see how they compare in maybe brightness and even picture quality. Even though I think you're definitely getting your money's worth with either one. It's just a matter of choosing form factor or maybe some extra added features that you'll get. Either way, you can't go wrong, but we still got to see what's up. So just like I suspected, the Nebula Capsule 3 laser is using laser, so it's going to be a little bit brighter and even a little bit crispier than what you're going to get from that 1080p LED from the GS50. Man, that was a lot of numbers and a lot of rhyming, but you can see the difference here. There's a little bit of a difference, but let me tell you, in person, you're getting very, very good quality on both of these projectors. They're both nice and bright. They're both giving smooth, rich pictures. They're both very immersive pictures. And if you blow this up on 100 to 110 to 120 inch screen, you will not be disappointed. It is the ultimate grab and go setup, especially when you pair it with this JBL Charge 5, man. It's just, once you cast it on something, you got the good sound, you got the good picture, and you just let the night flow, man. Make sure, after 2 hours, you get yourself a portable charger or, have some power somewhere so you can charge these things up. But that brings me to accessories with these two projectors, because you need to be prepared for your grab and go theater that you're gonna be hauling around. With the Nebula Capsule 3 laser, you're gonna get an included remote, which you got your Android TV stuff kind of built in there. You got your Google Assistant and your D-pad and all that good stuff. They're also gonna give you a power brick with a USB-C charging cable to charge that thing up and power it full time if you want to. I believe you're getting a little bit more value when you go with BenQ on this GS50, because you do get this nice carrying case. You can just throw all of the projector and its included accessories into this case and haul it off. So we got this case right here, but you got your projector that fits right there in the pocket, but they give you the charging thing. So we got a brick, and you know, it's like a DC power supply. You got your AC plug-in right there and your DC brick. And then you get the included remote with the Android TV stuff, and you got a dedicated video for Prime Video, and you got your Google Assistant button on there as well. At the end of the day, you can't go wrong either way. When I'm out in the backyard, it doesn't matter which one I'm picking up. I've actually used both, and I will continue to flip-flop in between both, because they both deliver a great picture. It gives me everything I need in my backyard grab and go theater setup. Now, I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is I like seeing the big picture. Now, y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.
All right, so let me get this straight, man. You made it through this whole video from beginning to end without hitting the like button, you didn't hit the subscribe button, and you didn't even bother hitting the notification bell, so you'll be alerted when I get some new stuff up in here. I see how it is, though. It's always the one closest to you. You keep on doing you, boo-boo. See you when I see you.